Hello.
I mean, it's hard for me to be late, so...
What are you talking about? We're live now. Anyway, bye.
Bye? Okay, I'm gonna go.
No. I went to load
No
game,
go?
but we're not loading because we're starting a new one.
We're starting a new one?
Yeah. With new voices.
With new voices? Who are you?
You have the sheet of who's who.
No, I don't.
I will link you the sheet of who's who.
I'm mostly joking.
Spoiler alert, you're Cinders. It's your line.
I still can't believe I've been delaying this for so long. It makes me wonder, if I decided to act earlier, maybe things wouldn't be so broken between us. Maybe with just a little effort, this family wouldn't fall apart like this. But I suppose it was easier to complain and do nothing rather than try to change things. Isn't it always? Tonight, it's different. This is the night of change. The night where my plans finally take effect. I can hear my stepsisters talking in soft voices in the hall. I imagine they, too, won't get any sleep tonight. During the last few days, I've learned so much more about them. But can it erase all the years they tormented and humiliated me? I don't know what to think about it. You can erase the past, that's for sure. But I know that sometimes we don't choose our fates. Were circumstances different, my stepsisters could be good people. We could be friends. Whatever happens, I hope they won't come into harm. They deserve another chance. Meanwhile, in the hallway...
I still can't believe she did it. I never would have suspected. Of course, because everyone is as dim-witted as you are and never does anything out of the ordinary or unexpected. Oh yes, I'm sure you were able to foresee what would happen. Did you see it in tea leaves or read it in a children's book one afternoon while avoiding work and being useless as usual? I did entertain the thought that she might try to pull something off, if you must know. But believe what you want, I don't care. I also suspected she might try to do something. She was so secretive and compliant at times that an explosion seemed inevitable. I just didn't expect she had it in her. Gloria, please. Sometimes you sound like a cliché villain from a bad romance novel. Of course, if something isn't twisted, weird, or shocking, then you won't consider it. Not everyone is like you, Sophia. Fortunately so. Just like not everyone tries to be a mirror image of their mother, down to mimicking her manner of speech. But you are not Kermosa, remember? You do not lead, you follow, mindlessly. Shut up, you!
Open up. Open up in the name of the prince.
It's him! Why did he have to come? And in the middle of the night? Well, the wonders never cease. Just like your ridiculous cliche impersonations. There's no time for this now, though I'm sure Mother will deal with you later. I'll go summon her. You do that.
Open up. I won't repeat myself.
Mother! Sophia! Don't stand like that! Open the door! Let this noisy man in! Yes, Mother. Ah, Captain! What brings you here at this time of night?
Spare me these false pleasantries. You know why I'm here. Where is she?
Very well. Sophia, get Cinders here right away! Yes, Mother. Be quick about it, child. Captain, would you fancy some wine while we wait for my lazy stepdaughter?
Don't push it. You know this is not a courtesy visit. I'm afraid a lot is going to change here tonight. He's right. Nothing will ever be the same. Nothing. I must admit, I'm afraid of it too. Some independent woman I am.
Cinders, Mother has summoned you. Move. You know she doesn't like to wait.
Fine, fine. I'm moving. Just give me a moment.
Make sure it's quick. Cinders, can I ask you something?
Yes, Sophia?
This whole situation. What happened this evening and the guard bashing at our door and all. It's because of you, right? You planned it.
Yes, I guess so. I guess so? I definitely made it happen. Funny, it all started with my stepmother summoning me, just like now. What a beautiful morning. Last few days were all rain and gloom, but here we are, summer in its fullest. The sun is sure nice. It can get pretty cold in this room of mine. Although I don't feel so frisky right now. Probably shouldn't have burned the midnight oil over a book. The silly one too. Adolescent girl, pretty and numb as a freshly cut flower, shows divine humility and courage while everyone treats her like a doormat. Who writes these things? It's like a girl can't aim for anything better than martyrdom. Funny though, if it's really that bad, why did I read it in the first place? Maybe something in it echoes a part of my own experiences. I don't know. But I'm not going to spend the morning wondering about it. Of course, it isn't as if I'll get to enjoy the day either. Lady Kermosa will certainly make sure that I have to do the worst chores. The old hag could use any of her servants, but no, she always sends me, just to rub in the humiliation. If only Father were still here. On a day like this, he would surely take me to the forest. We always went to the lake, the magical lake as he called it, and left a loaf of bread under the tree. Gotta pay tribute to the fairies, you never know when you may need their help. Good old man. He used to tell me stories about the little folk, even when I was far too old to believe them anymore. But enough daydreaming. Honestly, I talk to myself way too often these days. It's only a moment before I start considering mice and sparrows my only friends, and we will go frolicking and singing together. My future animal companions will have to wait, though. I may get lonely sometimes, but not desperate. Time to get up, Cinders. The day has only just started. You never know what the future may bring. Is there something wrong? Do you need a cough drop?
What are you talking about? I'm not coughing.
I still have some time before my dear sisters wake up. I could start my cleaning duties to have more time later, or I could try to finish that book I was reading last night. Or I could seize this opportunity to do sweet nothing. Yeah. It's not like I have time for myself very often. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Last time we read. Be a good family member this time. Good little obedient family member.
I was about to say, there's a difference. good in the eye of the beholder.
Good little obedient family member.
That's better. Since my father's death, Carmos and her daughters treat me as their servants. Cinders, do the cleaning. Cinders, go to the town. Cinders, why isn't my dress washed yet? Ugh. Wash it yourself. What can I do? I have to stay patient and hope for the better. I'm not flimsy. If this is a test, I will face it with a smile. If I start now, I should be done before afternoon. And maybe even get some time for myself in the evening. Who knows? Off to work then. I'll start with my room. I swear, it gathers the dust from the whole residence. Should also bring in some fresh flowers. It may be just a repurposed storage, but that doesn't mean I shouldn't try to make it more cozy, right?
I think this was Sophia.
I don't remember.
Cinders, are you there? I was right. Cinders, where are you?
Sophia, I'm in the broom locker.
Oh, you're cleaning already? So considerate of you. But I'm afraid Mother has different plans. She wishes to see you immediately.
Did she tell you what she wants?
No, of course not. Why would she? And why would I want to ask in the first place? She looked rather angry, though.
That doesn't sound good. I hope I'm not in some kind of trouble again. You really could have asked her, you know.
I think you mistook me for one of those gentle, well-mannered noble girls who care about others. Sorry to break it for you, but I don't. If you're in trouble, that means I get a free pass today, so I'm rooting for it with all my heart, sis.
My, aren't you one charming human being?
Thank you. Now hurry up and let's go already.
Oh, shut up. I used to play in this hall as a child, but this building isn't much of a home anymore with Father gone. Carmosa does her best to keep the residence in its former splendor. I guess most would be fooled by it. But for me, this place feels like it is fading away. Either Carmosa or Gloria.
I think it's Gloria. Oh, so you didn't get lost after all. I was starting to think that you couldn't find your way. But it seems you were just taking your precious time with no regard for the rest of us. You're as hopelessly irresponsible as that sister of mine. No wonder that Mother can't count on anyone other than me in this house. Don't tell me you got caught up daydreaming about some prince to save you.
Not really. I'm not a little girl anymore, Gloria. I learned a long time ago that I can't rely on anybody but myself. No prince is going to magically appear and rescue me.
Unless we do that route. My, you really are more intelligent than you look. You've already learned such a great life lesson at such a young age. I'm impressed. I suppose you have that much over Sophia, at least. The stupid girl still clings to her childish fairy tales. Well, it's none of my business what she does in that empty mind of hers, but there are more pressing issues at the moment. Specifically, Mother would like to speak with you. She says she has a special job for you. No doubt it's something rudimentary enough.
So you were sent here to fetch me then?
Mother trusts me with important tasks. Don't mistake me for being on your level. You wait here. I'll let her know that you finally rolled out of bed.
Alright.
Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. The room feels empty again. Even Gloria's presence is better than nothing. Truthfully, I feel bad for her. I may be the servant around here, but her situation isn't that much different than mine. Both Gloria and Sophia spend every waking moment doing Carmosa's bidding. Just because it's not scrubbing floors doesn't mean they're not servants too.
So, you're finally up, you lazy girl! Can't anyone in this house just do what is asked of them? I swear, you feeble-minded girls are going to be the death of me.
What do you mean, what is asked of us? We were cleaning the moment we got up.
But what she asked for was for you to come here immediately. Ah, you've wasted too much of my time already. I have a job for you. Go into town and find the merchant Tobias. I need you to pay him for a certain service. I'm giving you 200 sovereigns exactly. Don't you dare lose them. Must be a fool to entrust you with this much money, but unfortunately I've no one else to send. I have better plans for those two useless daughters of mine. Now hurry up, child. Time is of the essence.
Carmosa has been speaking to me this whole time, alternating between insults and orders. Do I really have to silently accept this?
I'm going for
Obedient little child?
obedient, quiet child. For now.
Okay, I'll go.
Really? Finally! Someone wise enough to not question my orders. If only my daughters would follow suit. I have other things to deal with now. Don't dawdle. Understood?
Right. I suppose it could be worse. A trip to town isn't such a terrible thing. It's a beautiful day, and a great excuse to get away from the house. I won't even get in trouble for leaving as quickly as I can. Besides, Tobias has always been nice to me, so I'll enjoy seeing him again. This could be a rather pleasant trip.
But first the forest.
But first to the forest. I suppose I should be grateful. Even though Carmosa practically kicked me out of the house, it's better than staying there. It really is beautiful here, and it's a much needed break from that toxic house. The lake that my father took me to as a child isn't far away too. I really miss our trips to the lake. It would be nice to visit it again, if only for the sake of memories. Wonder if I have enough time. Carmosa did tell me to hurry after all. You're going to be the obedient child. Said if you're going to be an obedient child, there is only one answer.
Yeah, but I don't want to completely eliminate the fairies from the thing.
Well, you can't. We did it afterwards.
Did we?
Yeah,
No.
we did it afterwards, I think.
I think we went first.
No, I don't
I'm
think
pretty
so.
sure we went to the lake first. I'm controlling it, so I'm pretty sure I went to the lake first, because I was like, we should always leave a gift for the fairies.
I think I made the choice, but I could be wrong.
I didn't give you every decision. But I'll skip through it, because we've already done it. Yes, we should always leave a gift for the fairies. Okay, now we can go to town.
Finally, at the town. Should probably head straight to Tobias's shop.
Hey, we went to Tobias's shop. It's been too long since you last stopped by, that's for sure. How have you been?
Much the same. Carmosa works me to the bone every day, and there are times when I wish I could just disappear. But I manage, and there are days that make me happy, like today. I'm so glad to see you again, Tobias. Looks like your shop is flourishing.
It does well enough. I hope you know that you can come speak to me anytime you want. We used to spend so much time together when we were teenagers. Now that we're adults, it seems like we hardly even catch a glimpse of each other. It's really a shame.
You're right. It feels like a childhood friendship disappeared. You're right. It feels like childhood friendships disappear once you mature. It's hard to keep them alive sometimes, even when you have the best of intentions.
Haha, such a true statement. But I assume you didn't come here just to remember the old days.
Sadly, no. I'm on an errand for Carmosa. I'm here to pay you for... well, whatever it is she asked for. She's being very secretive about the whole thing.
Oh, that.
That? Now I'm even more curious about this errand. So what exactly did Carmosa ask you to do anyway? It sounds mysterious.
I'm afraid I can't tell you.
Why not?
Well, I promised Carmosa that I wouldn't tell anyone. I would like to keep my word. Also, it's basic business ethics, Cinders. I'm gonna save over that because we've already done every decision from that branch.
Carmosa isn't worth such honorable treatment. She doesn't treat any of us nearly as well.
That may be true, but I gave my word. Carmosa might not be honorable, but I certainly am, or at least trying to keep my standards.
Oh, but you can tell me. We're all close friends we were as children. Why can't you just tell me, for old time's sake?
I gave my word. A promise is a promise, and I intend to keep it. It's about keeping my honor, and it doesn't matter if Carmosa is a good person or not. Now please, don't ask about it again.
Fine, I understand.
Okay, I'm gonna load.
That's approximately how I figured it would go.
Kind of.
Just an estimate? That means Carmosa and Tobias haven't agreed on a set price yet. If I can negotiate a discount, I might get in Carmosa's good graces. Or just get some money for myself. Do you want to be seductive? How about 150 sovereigns then? Does that sound reasonable?
I wouldn't have guessed that you'd say such a thing.
So 150 is fine?
Let's meet in the middle. How about 175?
Sounds good to me. Here's your pay.
You drive a hard bargain, old friend. You really have the makings of being a great merchant.
Thank you.
I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but you're really not so different from Carmosa.
What? What are you talking about?
You try to get me to lower the price, even though I'm your friend.
So? That doesn't mean I'm like Carmosa. That woman is cruel and manipulative.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. But you only see one side of Carmosa. Her life isn't easy either. She's a single woman, working to keep her house from falling apart. It's not an easy job, but she's very good at it. That takes a lot of hard work and sacrifice. I think you're a better person than she is, but you both have the same spark. You're clever and you know what you want. You'd be a good leader.
I suppose you have a point. I never thought about Carmosa like that before.
People aren't simply good or bad, and those who do bad things usually have a reason for it.
You really are a wise man, Tobias. I've always liked that about you. I'm happy I could see you again.
The pleasure was all mine. I hope that you come again soon.
I'll do my best. Until the next time we meet, then.
Oh, I almost forgot.
What is it?
Please tell Carmosa that I'll fulfill my part of the deal soon, and she should expect my representative to come by sometime tonight.
Sure, I'll let her know.
Thank you.
Oh, and by the way, I had no idea you have your representatives nowadays.
It comes with the trade, I guess. Start throwing coin around, and suddenly you find yourself surrounded with people eager to run errands for you.
Coin, you say? And I thought it had more to do with your magnetic personality.
I used to be magnetic, but it made trading in metalware much too risky for me, so I stopped.
Oh, people do tend to underestimate the pain caused by fast-flying cutlery.
There was a time in my life when I was forced to eat with my hands, but I prefer not to speak about it.
Oh, I've missed our talks, Tobias.
They're such dorks.
They're huge dorks.
Me too, Cinders. Hope I'll see you again soon.
I hope so too. Take care, friend. I really miss the old days when Tobias and I played together. I'm so glad that I could see him again. I even have an extra 25 sovereigns for myself. I could stop by the tavern and treat myself with this money. But if I brought it back to Carmosa, I'm sure she'd appreciate it.
Gonna bring it back. Sorry, Peros.
Such a good little child.
Yep. Oh, can we stop back at the forest?
Mm-hmm. Maybe I should stop by the forest before I return home to Carmosa and my stepsister. Might be nice to have a little break after all.
Oh, no, I know what it is. It's because last time we went to the inn, and so we didn't have time to stop by the forest on the way back. We went to the forest, and then the shop, and then the inn, and then we had to go straight home. But I think this time, because we're not going to the inn, we have the option of going to the forest.
She takes a little break. What if the gift I left at the lake is still there? It's probably silly to think that fairies took it, but I'm curious.
Let's just check.
Doesn't hurt. Oh, the wreath of flowers that I wove is gone. No doubt it was blown away by the wind or taken by a wild animal. The father would probably tell me that the fairies accepted it as a gift. I think I prefer to believe father's version over mine. It's growing late, though. I should return home.
We'll just go back into town. It's fine. That'd be really funny.
Journey back to my house was much too short. I'm not looking forward to facing Carmosa or my sisters again. At least I got a rare reprieve from their insults today. I wish I had lasted longer. I'm terribly late. Carmosa told me to hurry back, and it's nearly nightfall. I'm sure she'll skin me alive.
Cinders! Do you have any time... What time it... Cinders! Do you have any idea what time it is, you useless girl? When Where have you been all this time?
I apologize. There was a lot of commotion in town, and I sort of got caught up in...
Enough with your excuses! They make you look so pathetic! If you chose to ignore my orders, at least have the pride to stand by your decision instead of simpering like that. The child you once were is gone. You must be a woman now. Have more pride in yourself. Otherwise, you are nothing more than a lazy and useless little girl.
Like your daughter's...
At least you managed to finish the task appointed to you, though I take little solace in that. Is it too much to hope that you managed to keep some of the money I gave to you?
Right. Money.
I'm gonna save here.
Well, Tobias asked for 200 gold pieces, but I convinced him to give me a discount.
Is that so?
Here are the 25 gold pieces I saved.
Well, well, not bad for someone like you. Well, I suppose you could have done worse. Are you finally growing up? A little bit late, but better than never, I see. Return to your room. Sophia will bring you some leftovers from the dinner.
Not too bad. Carmosa almost sounded pleased. I better go to my room before she changes her mind. Meanwhile... My lord, I've been told you wanted to see me.
I have been informed of the hostage situation at the marketplace today. I also heard that you handled the situation rather admirably. For that, I commend you.
Thank you, my lord, but the truth is that I regret having to kill so many men. They couldn't even put up a fight.
Such is the burden of those in positions of power. We must make difficult decisions for the sake of protecting others. It is not a choice, but a duty. And you performed your duty to perfection. You honor. Blech.
You honor
Sorry.
me with your words, my lord. I tried to steal my lines.
You deserve it. After all, my father, your king, has always spoken well of you. I know he even considered you a friend. If the king...
Yeah. I'm sorry.
If the king spoke so, I'm honored with such
I'm
confidence.
still drinking my coffee, so my excuse is that I'm not awake yet.
No, maybe you should have got up earlier and made coffee earlier to wake up.
Truly, what do you think of my father? How was it to serve under him?
The king was a wise, skillful, and strong leader. I would have followed him anywhere.
That is what I have heard from everyone who knew him. Already, I fade in comparison.
My prince.
Actually, we're not making any choices. I can skip this part.
Was that someone knocking at the door? Why would someone be visiting us at such a late hour?
Silence! I paid for your discretion and get to pound on the front door as if it's a war drum.
Right. Pardon, madam. I swear I'll be silent as the tombs are right away. Mum's the word.
Enough with your nonsense. The package is ready to go. Can I trust you?
Oi, you've ruined my pride, madam. I'm more trustworthy than an old priest in a confessional.
Such an utterance is little comfort to me.
No one can escape Carmosa's biting tongue.
Now prove there is some value to your words and go before someone sees you.
Dot, dot, dot.
Those are very, very lengthy dots.
Dot, dot, dot. I think he's gone. What was that all about? What on earth is Carmosa trying to hide? Maybe I should sneak out the window and try to follow him. He can't have gone far. If I leave now, I'm sure I can catch up with him. No, that's crazy. I can't do that.
Not that obedient.
I must be crazy, but this might be my only chance. How long have I waited here, waiting for a change? Finally, an opportunity has presented itself. Carmosa clearly has a secret. If I could figure it out, I might have an advantage over her. No one is outside the window. Now is as good a time as ever. Here goes nothing. Well, now what? I tried to keep my distance while following that man, but now I've lost his trail completely. If he's somewhere up ahead, I'll really have to hurry to catch up with him. But if I accidentally pass him, then I run the risk of running into him when I return home.
Ow! Curse these demonic excuses for plants. Where you scratch at a fellow, you're more like wildcats than shrubs.
That must be him. He's close. I better hide.
Arr! Blasted rocks! What are they doing in my path? Think they'd clear out this place, accounting that a fellow can't see a thing in the dark. It's not proper, I tell you. Well, I'm sure this be the place where I'm scheduled to meet that smart-ass merchant. Smart-ass or not, shouldn't you be more careful when talking about the man who pays you? Oh wait, boss! I was just talking a little to myself. No harm meant, you know. Truly. I suppose I can let this one go, if you've brought the package as discreetly as Lady Carmosa requested. Of course. No ifs about it, boss. Ruins my honor that you doubt my competence for even a moment. No, I'd never doubt you. Now hand it over. Before I do, boss, I have a little something I'm needing to ask you. And what would that be? You know I'm an honest man, but my curiosity just took hold of me so hard, I had to have a look inside this package. And lo and behold, my eye spies a mighty fine necklace set with rubies and made of gold. It's worth thousands of sovereigns at least, yea. I specifically instructed you not to look inside. But the necklace, yes, it's probably worth quite a lot of money. I'll get it, boss. Why's the noble lady paying us to take this off her hands? Seems all wrong ways around to me. I'm sure she has her reasons, and you're not being paid to poke around and ask needless questions. In fact, if you don't keep your mouth shut, you won't be paid at all. Whoa, boss. No need to get so angry. My mouth is secure as the royal treasury it is. I doubt the contents are quite as valuable. Still, you've completed your task, so here is your pay. 15 sovereigns. Try not to drink it all at once. Immediately goes and drinks it all at once.
Oh yeah.
Me? Never. You wound me with your accusations, boss. I'm sure. Well, we should return to town before someone stumbles upon us.
What on earth is Tobias up to? Never mind that. If I don't do something, they'll leave before I can do anything. Now might be my only chance to confront him, but I probably shouldn't act too impulsively.
And we're gonna save again and again and again and again.
In a scummy manner.
What are you talking about? There's no scumming here. We're not scum. We're Cinders.
To Carmosa, we are scum. Well, there's no time like the present. Hold on.
Cinders, what are you doing here in the middle of the night?
Saying that scene just made me think, objection! I was following your employee from my house. Looked like he was up to no good. I didn't think he'd leave me for you. You have a lot of explaining to do.
Not sure who the pretty bird is, boss. She definitely means business. That much I know. You shouldn't have come here, Cinders.
And why not? Are you and Camosa up to something?
It's not what you think it is. The only reason for the secrecy is because this is dangerous. Please, it's nothing that you should have to worry about.
Yes, my friend is in danger. I should not worry.
Don't worry
Really?
your pretty little head.
Because
Cinders.
it looks pretty shady to me.
Some people value their privacy. There's nothing shady about that.
I'm not sure I believe that. Should I trust Tobias? Should we trust our friend, the merchant, in shady business? Doing a deal with Carmosa, our lovely stepmother?
Well, I saved, whatever.
I don't believe you. It's clear you're doing something underhanded. If Carmosa is involved, what other option is there? If our friendship means anything, you won't keep secrets from me.
If our friendship meant anything, you would have trusted me when I said it was nothing. But if you're so keen to know, I'll tell you, just not in our present company. Boss, I'm hurt that you don't trust me. I'm a right honest man, I am. Naturally. Cinders, come see me at my shop sometime this week and I'll tell you.
I will.
Sorry to end this conversation so abruptly, but I must be going. Get yourself home safely, alright?
Alright. And with that, they're gone. My heart is racing so fast. I can't believe what just happened. I hope I wasn't too hard on Tobias, but I'm sure he was up to no good. I should return home now. Sleeping tonight will certainly be very difficult. In the morning, a drunkard!
New line.
Oh.
Because we didn't see him. He didn't meet us.
No doubt many such women exist, my lord. You should not give up so easily.
You're right, Captain. It's just that I haven't had the fortune to meet one yet. I'm surrounded by women who know little more than how to curtsy. And they do little more than wait to be handed out as political tokens. Truly, it is disheartening.
And yet you must choose a wife from among the nobility, regardless. It is, after all, a tradition.
Okay, back to skipping.
Considering how long I spent outside last night, that's hardly a surprise.
I'm assuming she's saying something about how tired she is.
Oh yeah. I'm still not sure what to think about what happened. I want to trust Tobias, but... well, at least it's something different from the usual. It's strange how my life has been so boring all this time, that suddenly all these things are happening to me. But even stranger than that, I wonder why no one has come to wake me up yet. It must be at least noon, if not later. Surely Carmosa hasn't decided to be gracious and grant me a holiday.
I want none of your pitiful excuses!
Uh-oh. Carmosa's definitely not in a gracious mood. I should get going and see what's going on before she catches me like this. Everyone is here.
You're an even bigger disappointment than usual!
Looks like Carmosa's mad at Glory today. I wonder why. Hey, Sophia.
Cinders, not so loud. I don't want to get in trouble or miss any of this.
But what's going on?
Business as usual. Mother's in a bad mood and Gloria was the nearest thing she could yell at.
I'm not interested in your excuses! It's your duty to make sure there's enough wood for the fireplace!
But
If the servant is allegedly ill, then find someone else! Do it yourself if you have to!
I'm sorry, Mother. I understand.
If you truly understood, this wouldn't have happened in the first place! But I am wasting my breath! I can only hope that you've learned your lesson and this won't happen again! It seems I can't trust you girls with even the smallest tasks. I wish that one of you would finally take charge of things.
Yes, Mother.
Well, don't just say yes! Prove your worth by taking action! Make sure dinner is ready in 2 hours. I expect the wood to be chopped by then as well.
Don't worry, Mother. I will. Cinders, Sophia, why were you two wasting your time eavesdropping instead of being useful? Teehee. It's not a waste to watch the mighty, all-knowing Gloria get scolded by Mom. Oh, what's this? You usually have such a sharp reply, but now you can't think of anything to say? Whatever happened to the perfect, glorious, outspoken Gloria? One scolding from Mom is all it takes to shut you up. I don't have time to deal with your childish jealousy right now, but watch your tongue. It will certainly get you in trouble someday. Anyway, you two heard Mother. Dinner must be ready in 2 hours, so get started. What? Why do we have to get your dinner ready? Because I'll be busy taking care of Mother's other needs, like getting the wood chopped. If you'd rather not, I can always tell Mother you refuse to obey her orders. Fine, I'll do it. Just pray that your food isn't poisoned. As if you'd have the guts to do such a thing, little sister. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have duties to attend to.
Yeah, that's Carmosa's food. What? Nothing.
Well, it looks like I'm stuck working with you, Cinders.
What does good little obedient child say now?
I want to befriend them this time. So I feel like it's time to save again. Yeah.
In the scummiest of manners.
This is how
What
you
do you
play
say?
dating sims.
We're not dating.
Yet.
Wow, you really told her off. Nicely done.
Of course I did. It's nice to see Gloria get a taste of her own poison once in a while. It's even nicer to see her at a loss for words.
You really hate her, don't you?
I've never thought about it before, but I guess I do. Gloria was always cruel to me. She keeps trying to be like Mom, and she thinks Mom will acknowledge her if she keeps putting me down. Well, Things haven't been as bad ever since you came along. You're getting the brunt of it now. But yes, I hate her. I didn't always hate her, but I definitely do now.
At least she got her due this time. She might be Hermosa's favorite, but we're the ones on top for now.
True, but I don't feel that great about it. Well, that's not important. If we don't finish dinner on time, we won't be on top for much longer.
It'll be nice having someone helping you with dinner for once.
Hurry up and take out all the ingredients we're gonna need.
Why me?
Isn't it obvious? I hardly stepped foot in the place, so naturally, I don't know where anything is.
Naturally. That doesn't mean you can't help with the preparation, though.
Whee! So, what was it like before we moved in with you anyway? I see. And how do you feel about it now?
Unsure
How
whether
do you-
to save again. Probably
How do you
not.
feel about it?
Huh?
How do you feel about it?
That's great.
Blah, 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 blah.
Well, why does anyone get married?
For the tax benefits.
Hmm?
For the tax benefits.
Oh, for political gains.
For riches and status, mainly. It's like signing a contract or making a business partnership. One of the few ways a woman can gain something these days.
Well, well. I guess you can be pretty smart sometimes. Yes, that's exactly it, isn't it? It's the reason even a worthless mouse like me will eventually find a husband. It's all about status. Hermosa comes from a poor family. They had a title of nobility, but they'd lost most of their riches and splendor. The only way for her to advance up the social ladder was to marry, and she was ambitious. She married an officer who was relatively rich and had a lot of accolades. She probably planned ahead even there. For all I know, she chose a man who would probably die in battle so that she could marry even higher later.
How can you say that?
By
That's
specific.
Ugh.
And as long as Mother and Gloria focus on you, I can go back to being my own worthless self.
What?
Well,
Hmm?
is she cruel or is she not worthless?
She is. Let's say first.
You only have so many slots.
That's okay. I'll save it for the last one. I think. It's all the same day, so.
That doesn't help with their decision. So you're just as cruel and calculating as Hermosa. You let someone else suffer for your own personal gain.
I never claimed I'm any better than her. If anything, I'm worse.
You're a broken, bitter, and evil girl.
Oh, please. So, that's hardly news. Why does it matter one way or another?
I don't understand how you can be so empty. Can't you see that you're responsible for most of your own suffering?
And what would you know about it? Nothing. You lived a perfect fairy tale. If you went through what I did, you'd be the same, empty and broken.
You're wrong. But I'm sure you'll never understand that.
I've had enough of this. I've done enough work. You can handle the rest of the dinner, can't you?
Well,
You don't really have a choice. I'm leaving.
Fine. Have it your way.
For a girl who wastes her life away in the kitchen dreaming of better days, you sure can be self-righteous.
And for girls so cynical and angry with the world, you sure look... Yeah. You sure look a lot like a self-made victim.
Then I suppose that entire conversation between us was pointless. Good luck with the dinner.
What is wrong with her? I can't believe we actually had that conversation. That was definitely unexpected. To the cemetery! What are you talking about? I'm not a grave robber.
Should I skip this scene?
Are there no choices?
Let's find out. You're both of these people, by the way.
I know that. But what's our answer? What's our answer?
I think you have to read your line first.
I don't know what voice to give her.
Huh?
I don't know what voice to give her is the problem.
Well, now's the time to decide. I don't know. How do you imagine a witch talks?
Like any other person, as witches do?
Okay. Let me correct that. How do you think that a person that all of the townspeople are afraid of as a witch talks?
Smarter than everybody else? Which is why she's labeled as a witch?
No, she prefers the term wise woman.
I am not helping, and I can't think of a voice.
I mean, the voice in my head for her is not the voice I can do for her. And it's not a voice you can do for her either.
See, I don't know if I mentioned this before. I don't have, like, when I read, I don't get the voices in my head.
Oh no, look at her. Look at her design. She's very, like, Caribbean themed. But I can't give her that voice because that would be racist.
Exactly. And I can't do that voice because, like, one, I can't do that voice, and two, yeah, that's pretty racist.
Therefore,
But I
pick a
didn't
voice for her. Pick a witchy voice for her.
But she's also not like that, like, stereotypical witch that's like like, I'll get you next time, my pretty. Like, she's not that. So that's why I'm like,
That was a great witch voice.
was it?
That was hilarious.
That was me just mimicking the Wicked Witch of the whatever.
Mm-hmm. You did a good job of it.
But that's not her.
Why not?
Because?
Okay,
No.
okay. Do that voice, but with better posture.
Was I slouched over when I did it?
I don't know, but I assume that you're always slouched over because I know you.
Yeah, that's fair. Personally, I prefer the term wise woman. No, that's too prison. I don't know.
You don't know what?
I don't know.
What don't you know?
Life. The meaning of life. What is the meaning of life?
What?
I don't know the meaning of life.
Anyway.
I can't. In a young girl's heart. Do you believe in magic? In a young girl's heart.
Okay, back on.
Okay. You should be happy when Cinders said have it your way. I didn't try to make a reference to a fast food joint.
Rig your damn wine.
Hey, I know you. You're that man who was with Tobias last night.
Keep your voice low, missum. I'm trying to remain incognito here.
What are you even doing here?
Oh, nothing important enough to bother you. 'Tis merely boring business stuff.
Is that supposed to be a joke? Okay, Carmosa.
I mean, what are we gonna do? Beg him?
Yeah, really. If we're trying to figure out what's happening, you'll tell me why you came, or you'll have to face the consequences.
A little lady trying to threaten me. What could you possibly do to me?
I seem to remember that your errand here last night was supposed to be a secret. How would Carmosa feel if you broke your oath and let someone like me find out that you came here? And I have to wonder what Tobias would think if I told him you returned here on a secret errand. Do you think he'd hire you again?
Fine, fine. I'll tell you, you cunning girl. You're no different from the Lady Carmosa. I only came because I had some knowledge that I figured Carmosa'd pay a few coins for.
What sort of knowledge?
Said enough already. I'm out of here.
Well then, that was certainly suspicious. I wonder what sort of information Carmosa would consider valuable. I'll have to investigate more on my own if I want to know. I could ask someone else in the household if they know anything about this guy. Carmosa is certainly out of the question. Maybe one of the sisters. Then again, I could never tell if they're on my side or not. It might be best to play dumb and see what happens.
What did we do last time?
I believe we asked Gloria last
I
time.
think we did.
And that turned up a royal zilch.
Let's try Sophia.
Maybe Sophia will know something. She's always watching and listening to everything in the house. I'll go look for her.
Now that's just great. She's not here either. I thought for sure she'd be hiding out in her room.
I don't hide, Sophia. What are you doing in my room?
Mother said dinner's almost ready, so I had to come fetch you. Where have you been?
I was washing up, but I ran into a strange man on the way back. Do you have any idea who that was or what he wanted?
What makes you think I know anything? Besides, even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Seeing your disappointed face is much more interesting.
For once, can't you just give a straight answer? Hostility and cynicism isn't necessary.
It might not be necessary, but it's definitely fun. The look on your face is priceless.
You're hopeless.
It's almost sad that you think I still care. Don't forget the dinner will be served soon.
Yes, I'll be there in a minute. I'm so worn out. Of course, Carmosa would order me to help the servants wash the dishes. I wasn't much more than a servant during dinner, either. Like the servants, I don't get paid, though. Honestly, I'd rather that Honestly, I'd rather they don't even invite me to dinner. Picking over the leftovers is better than waiting on them. At least I had something to occupy my thoughts while I did chores. A lot happened today. First, there was that talk I had with Sophia. That girl has too many issues to work through, though, especially when it comes to her self-esteem. The fact that she keeps pushing me away doesn't help either. I know she's had a rough life, and I know she's been hurt, but it's like she's given up on herself. She doesn't want to change. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't think there's any chance of us being friends. Still, the talk with Sophia is nothing compared to meeting Madame Guide in the cemetery. What a woman. She's fascinating, but I just can't figure her out. He was with Tobias last night, and now he's back to see Carmosa? Something must be going on here. I wonder if Tobias knows why he came. Whoever that man was, he sure gets around. I only wish I knew what his information for Carmosa was. It must be something important. I'll have to dig deeper if I want to find out. So many questions in just one day. This might be my big chance to finally change my life. But I'm too tired to think about it right now. After everything I've done today, I'm feeling so worn out I can barely stand. I'd hoped I'd have time to read a book before bed, but I need sleep. Maybe I'll have more energy tomorrow. And now it's nap time.
No, it's bedtime. Cinders. Cinders!
Hello? Is someone there?
We are here.
Who are you? I can barely see you.
Oh, but we can see you quite well.
What is this place? Where am I?
You're in your bed.
So this is a dream.
It is.
Then none of this is real.
Why? You're real, and so are we. That's real enough.
But who are you?
You don't remember us?
Should I? Do we know each other?
We know you. You don't know us, but you know of us. If you want to meet us, come to the lake.
The lake?
And don't forget to bring a gift. It would be improper if you didn't. Now rest, darling. You deserve it, and you'll need all the strength you can get for tomorrow.
I feel like I slept a while. Strange, it looks like late morning, but no one came to wake me up. Again, I wonder why. Both of you stop arguing right now. Do we side with Sophia? Do we side with Gloria? Are they both just hopeless idiots?
We side with Save.
The best sister, Save.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a bad name, Sister Save.
Okay, so we've been trying to befriend Sophia. I feel like one of these two, maybe. Or any of them. I don't know. Let's go with Gloria this time. Line. Hello?
One moment while we have technical difficulties, I guess. Okay, we're back.
We're back.
Or more accurately, Sharky's back.
Put me back in the water, though. Free me.
Anyway, I sided with Gloria for this time.
Sophia, I'm afraid Gloria raises a good point. If Carmosa's gone, someone has to take care of this place.
Finally, the voice of reason.
Did we side with Gloria last time?
No, last time we just called them both hopeless, I believe.
Oh, okay, that makes sense also. Besides, Sophia, I don't see why you have such a big problem with this. It's obvious you don't want to be in charge, so why not let Gloria do it?
My problem is that this pompous sister of mine is once again trying to prove she's superior. I'm merely taking my responsibilities more seriously than you do. Oh, you can take your lousy responsibilities and toss them in the waste for all I care.
Cut it out. Aren't we ignoring the more important matter at hand? Why on earth did Carmosa leave so early without saying anything? Doesn't that seem suspicious?
It's not as if Mother ever tells us anything, even if we don't know what she does. If she thought we needed to know, she'd tell us. She'll be back in 2 days, and that's it.
Do you think this has anything to do with that strange man who came by yesterday?
All I know is that it's none of our business. I think it would be best if we prepared breakfast for yourselves. I'll check to see if Mother left us any instructions. Let's go, Cinders. Looks like Her Majesty is too busy to be bothered by the likes of us.
We're not your majesty yet.
And there you have it. No matter what you tell Gloria, she insists on being in charge. Well, what do you plan on doing with your day?
I'm not sure. I might go to town. There are a few things I've been meaning to do.
Good luck getting Gloria's permission for that. You'd be better off just sneaking out on your own.
You mean you won't tell her if I go?
Why would I do that? I want no part in Gloria's delusions of power. I don't care what you do.
Maybe sneaking out is a good idea then. I'll think about it. I'm hungry though. I need to eat first.
Do as you please. I already told you. I don't really care if you or when you go.
I should have dinner
2
at
days
some point.
freedom for myself. I'm going to spend them how I like. Alone.
That's fine by me. Breakfast was lovely. Everything is so much more relaxing and peaceful when Carmosa's away. Sure would be nice if every day could be like this. I guess that's just a silly dream, though. Wonder what I should do today. It would definitely be the perfect day to go to town.
Skip.
I'm especially curious to know about what was going on that night when I saw him. But I have some explaining to do, and this time he won't get away. You got some splaining to do. Well, there's no sense in waiting around. I should get going. Wonder if I should tell Gloria that I'm leaving. She'd be angry if she found out later.
Yes.
As much as I hate to admit it, it's probably better to tell her now instead of later. She's taking this whole responsibility thing pretty seriously.
Where's it, huh?
She might let me go if I show her some respect. It certainly means having to deal with her anger later on. Gloria?
Yes? Was there something you wanted?
I just want to go into town. I thought I'd let you know.
Oh, well, how considerate of you. But why should I let you go?
Rebel? Offer to help her. Appeal to her pride.
I feel like we can offer her to help with something.
Basically, bargain.
Yeah.
I go into town, I help you with blank later.
Or if there's anything that needs to be done in town, like, we could just do it on our way.
Pick some fresh flowers. Spy on Carmosa. If you need anything from town, I could pick it up for you while I'm there. You'd save the time you might have spent going there yourself. We'll both win.
That's not a bad proposal at all. I do have a list of things we need from the general store. You know the man who runs it, don't you?
Do you mean Tobias?
Yes, I believe that's his name. I trust that you'll be able to fetch all these things before nightfall.
Not a problem. Give me the list and I'll take care of it. Thanks.
Deal striking! Well, we did have a visit from the fairies last night. So I guess we should probably go see them.
Every time we talk about the fairies, I just want to make a Fairly Odd Parents reference. Because I am a small child.
Okay, small child.
I'm lucky that Carmosa's gone. I can do anything I want for once. Today is so beautiful. I hear birds singing and their freedom makes me feel so alive. A strange dream I had last night. It said I should go to the lake. It seems silly, but it did feel different from a normal dream. Was it really someone speaking to me? Well, even if it wasn't real, at least take some time at the lake to relax. The lake is as beautiful as I remember it. Though I have to admit, I'm a little disappointed. But we should not leave a gift. Nothing's happening. Well, I don't suppose I was expecting anything. Anyway, it must have been just a dream. The end, real life is more exciting than dreams and fairy tales. For instance, this place is so tranquil and beautiful. Even if it's not magical, I feel so at peace. I just want to lie down in the grass, close my eyes, and let my problems drift away. Actually, that sounds like such a good idea right about now. This is my day to do what I please with. If I want to take a nap, I will. This looks like a good spot. I'll just lie down here.
It's not asleep yet.
Everything's so quiet. The wind is picking up so suddenly.
Cinders.
Did the wind just call my name? Who's there? No one's there. I suppose it was just the wind playing tricks on me. Creepy.
We are not wind.
Then who are you? Who am I speaking with?
You are speaking with us. Naturally.
But I don't see anyone.
How can you not see us when we are everywhere around you?
I don't understand. How do you even know my name?
We know you because you left gifts for us, just as your mother and father did before you. Surely you know us. You wouldn't leave gifts if you didn't know who they were for.
So you're fairies. Am I dreaming?
Right now, you tread the delicate line between sleep and wakefulness. Soon, you will be fully asleep.
Makes sense, I guess. Well, what do you want from me?
We have no desire for anything from you. You're the one who seeks our aid, do you not?
I suppose so. Do I get a wish or something? Or 3?
If it's the right wish, then yes.
Then I wish for...
The time is not yet right, Cinders. Do not worry. When the moment comes, you will know, and the lake owes you a favor.
I'm not sure I understand. I get a wish, but only when you say it's okay? That's a bit convoluted.
It would if you were awake, but here, in between wakefulness and dreams, it is as it should be. You are leaving now, but we will meet again.
Wait, I'm leaving? Where? What do you mean? Goodness, I must have dozed off. No wonder. The atmosphere here is so relaxing, it's hard not to sleep. Did that mean the voice of the fairies was just a dream? Well, even the fairies themselves admitted that I was dreaming. Can a dream know it's just a dream? Dreamception? But it felt real enough, and the gifts I left have disappeared. Didn't feel exactly like a dream. There was something very tangible about it, in a strange way. I should probably be more scared than I am. I feel wonderful. Maybe I should ask Madame Guide about this when I get the chance. She seems knowledgeable about things like this. She's a witch after all. I better get going though. There's still a lot to do. I just hope I have the chance to come and take another nap here someday.
To town. The only option left.
Someday over the rainbow?
Blah.
Market day is clearly over. The streets are much emptier now. That's just fine with me. I've still got plenty of things I can do, like visit Tobias. But first, I need to see if I can find Madame Guide's shop. Hey, I found Madame Guide's shop! Truly? You know, you're rather similar to your mother. The two of you have the same spark. I'm not good wife material? I'm not that independent. How do you know?
I think last time we said we're not good wife material.
Yes, we said we're not good wife material. Just like people aren't good boyfriend material. There may be some similarities, but I'm not that independent. Of course, it's good to chase after what I love and believe in, but you can't always do what you want. People have duties and responsibility. It's important to care for others. Do Duty and caring for others are all illusions. How so? The only reason people care for others is if it makes them happy. Your mother wasn't a good wife because of her duty. She did it because it made her happy. Well then, there's a difference between us after all. I'm not happy thinking about only myself. Not like it matters anyway. My duties now consist only of doing chores for my stepmother. Ah, Lady Carmosa. Your father always was attracted to extraordinary women. He may have had a good heart, but he was a little disconnected from reality. Without your mother's guidance, he'd likely have lost his title and fortune in no time. Carmosa also has the brains and ambition necessary to manage his estate. She's an excellent choice for his second wife and an incredible person. I suppose if you look at it that way, Carmosa is pretty capable. From what I've heard, she hasn't had it easy. I know she had to work hard to get and stay where she is. I mean, the house is still standing after all, so clearly she knows what she's doing. You good? I said, are you good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Like you But that doesn't make me like her anymore. That's the price she had to pay. She couldn't get to this position by worrying about who likes her.
Yes, there's like a motorcycle or something going by behind me. What do you want?
No, you're wrong. It's Oko-san. But even knowing that, she put her family first and gave up personal happiness for the sake of the house. That's something worth respecting. Certainly I respect her. I understand what you're saying, but it's hard for me to like her. As long as you respect her sacrifice, you're a wise child. No matter which path you choose to pursue in life, you'll have to sacrifice something after all. By the way, how are Carmosa's daughters? Are you getting along?
We're not that bad.
Well, I assume you can imagine how Carmosa's daughters would be. They keep me at arm's length. Then what's your plan? It's getting late. Probably only have enough time to stop by one more place. Could go to a little talk with Tobias in his store. Gloria's gonna hand him her list anyway, so I probably should. I wouldn't mind heading to the inn either. I'm sure it'd be fun. So where should I go next?
Visit the inn. Throw away all responsibilities and learning about stuff.
My, this place is as tidy as ever. Tobias really keeps the store in shape. Speaking of Tobias...
What a shock, Tobias is in his own store.
What?
Cinders, I didn't expect to see you again so soon. This is a pleasant surprise.
Well, I'm kind of lucky in that respect. Carmosa suddenly decided to leave for a few days.
It must feel great to have some freedom.
It does. I wish it wasn't for such a short amount of time, but I'll enjoy what I have. Although I confess, I'm envious of you, Tobias. You get to make your own decisions all the time.
Well, I can't exactly say that. After all, my parents passed away when I was young, so this store was my only option.
Right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you.
Let's skip ahead. Oh wait, no we can't.
This is all new, I guess.
I swear we saw some of it before, but I guess it's marked differently.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead a little because we have read that part before. It's just not letting me skip. I assume you're not here to listen to me wax philosophical, though. You want to know more about that night.
Well, you did promise you'd tell me what was going on.
I did, and I'm a man of my word. I'm not going to try to dodge it now. Put it simply, Carmosa asked me to sell something for her. It was a normal business transaction.
But you're the one who was paid. And then you received the necklace. And why all the secrecy?
The necklace was the item for me to sell. The money was payment for my services.
Why didn't she just sell it herself? Why do you have to hire that strange man?
That strange man is a local vagabond, but he's trustworthy where money is involved. Usually. Sometimes he helps me with tasks that require a certain amount of delicacy.
You mean secrecy. But why?
Isn't it apparent? Why does any noble keep anything secret?
I'd rather not guess. Enlighten me.
Being a noble is largely a game of appearances. Many things need to be done in private.
There's no crime in selling a piece of jewelry that you rightfully own, is there?
Crime, no. But for a noble to sell her own jewelry means she's lacking in money. If others found out she was struggling financially, it would undermine her power. That's why she sent you to pay me and had someone else pick up the necklace in the middle of the night. She doesn't want there to be any connection between her and me. She's not the only one. I've done similar business with noble houses in the past.
But are you saying Carmosa's out of money?
She kept it from you? Your house has been in bad financial shape ever since your parents passed. Carmosa has been struggling to keep her influence strong.
She never told me.
I suppose being a noble means keeping up appearances in front of your own family as well.
She seemed very eager to sell the necklace as quick as possible. Is there a reason for that?
Well, the necklace is worth a great sum, but I don't know why Carmosa needs it so urgently. That's all I know. I hope that you understand why I couldn't tell you about this. I understand.
I understand. You had to keep your word no matter what the circumstances were. It must have been hard.
I can't deny that. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't happy that you found out that anyway.
I'm sorry I doubted you. You've always had it. You've always been a good and honest man.
It's fine. All of my actions were fairly suspicious after all. And you really are a brave woman to go into the forest alone at night.
I don't know if brave is the word for it. Impulsive, maybe.
Or determined. I certainly wouldn't want to be on your bad side.
Then don't keep any more secrets from me. I have a question, though, about the man who's working for you. I saw him come by the house again yesterday morning. Was that another pickup for Carmosa?
I'm afraid I don't know. I haven't seen him since we parted ways 2 nights ago.
Carmosa left the house quite suddenly after he came by. Do you think it could be related?
It's hard to say. You could try asking him. He spends a lot of time at the inn.
Danger.
He drops by around here occasionally.
I think I'll do that. Thanks.
Don't mention it. I just wish I could help more.
Well, I need to get going now. Gloria will have a fit if I don't return early. She's taking her role as guardian very seriously.
House guardian.
House guardian.
I can imagine. Your sister has always been serious about everything.
That's true. She tries so hard to be like Carmosa. I know she means well, but it's truly annoying.
Poor girl.
Agreed. Sometimes I pity her. Oh, that reminds me. I promised Gloria to give you a list of items we need.
All right, let me have a look at it. This isn't a problem. I can deliver all of these things within 3 or 4 days.
Alright, I'll pass the message along. Thank you. Anyway, I really need to get going now.
Understood. I have some business I must attend to as well. But you're always a welcome guest here. If you ever need anything, you know where to find me.
I need 1 million gold. Thank you. Take care, Tobias.
Take care, Cinders. It was nice to see you again.
The sun is already setting. I spent the whole day in the town. Not true.
Yeah, I spent part of the day having a nap by the lake.
What a day it was. I guess time flies when you're having interesting chats with people you normally don't have. I guess time flies when you're having interesting chats with people you normally have no chance to talk to.
Come to think of it, Cinders is Ukyo.
Yes.
Napping by the lake.
Except less Grim Reapery.
You tried to poison Carmosa.
No, she hasn't tried to poison anyone yet.
And she's going through multiple worlds, trying again and again and again.
Okay, but Ukyo remembers it. Cinders knows nothing.
I suppose.
Oh, how I wish life was a fairy tale and I could do that every day. And yet life is what it is, and I have never even been able to stay in town past sunset. When I was a child, I had to head back to the residence for safety. And then Carmosa entered the picture and took over. But even without her, I would have been a bit detached from the town's life. I might dress and work like every other girl here, but I still live in a mansion quite some distance from town. I have no real friends here except Tobias. I hear no news, no gossip. I really don't know what their life is about. Sure, my own life is safer and probably more luxurious. But I wonder what it would be like to live here, be a normal town girl, wake up to the sounds of life and excitement on the streets. Get out of bed knowing a myriad of things await me when I walk out the door. That life goes by fast and an adventure might begin around each corner. Then again, some town girl looked outside the window right now and saw me. What would she think? She'd probably remember her own boring chores, the constant danger of hogwash flung from high windows to the street. She would envy me. I need to stop daydreaming. It's getting really late. My golden cage awaits. And the 2 sweet singing birds I share it with are going to screech their lungs out if I stay here any longer. I don't want to give them a reason to worry, much less an excuse for picking on me. Home sweet home. I used to love returning home with my father. Blech. I used to love returning home when my father was alive. I miss sharing the events of the day with him. Now it just seems like a grim prison, and my parole has just been revoked.
And close the shutters before nightfall. Can't you do anything right without my supervision? One would expect that after years of serving in this house, you would remember such things. Cinders, you're back.
I tried to make it quick, and I think I've made it back at a reasonable hour. But if you have any objections...
No, I'm just glad you've made it home shortly after sunset. I was starting to get worried. Woods can be treacherous after nightfall.
There's werewolves afoot. Oh, thank you for thank you for your concern. I don't think you need to worry about me.
We're fine at the woods after nightfall, considering we snuck out at like midnight.
I need to worry about everything in this house. If I don't, nobody would, and everything would fall apart. Can't these servants do anything right?
It's not such a big deal. The house looks as good as it does when Carmosa's here, so you don't need to worry.
Thank you, but I do. I have no time to explain it to you now. You can go to your room and read or do whatever you see fit. There are some leftovers from dinner in the kitchen if you're hungry.
Alright. Thank you.
Oh, did you go to the merchant as we agreed?
Yes, I gave your list to Tobias. He said he could deliver all the items within 3 or 4 days.
Oh, I knew I could count on you. No need to go into details now. I'm sure it's all as it should be.
Thanks, Gloria. You're very nice.
Hey, what do you think it is you're using on the curtains? You'll ruin them and the stains will just stay there forever.
And there she goes. Too bad. We almost had a normal conversation. Maybe it's for the better. I'm too tired to even talk, and I would kill for some sleep. I just grabbed this opportunity to go to bed early and to rest. All in all, it was an eventful day.
Cinders, are you awake?
I'm awake. I'll be right there. I'll get to work in a minute.
No, it's not about that. I just need to talk to you.
Alright, Gloria, what is it? What is so important that you have to speak with me at this hour?
At this hour? You mean noon? I wanted to speak with you about the way you've been behaving these past few days.
Now there goes my nice morning. Or afternoon.
It's not like that, Cinders. I actually came here to, well, thank you.
Alright, Cinder's imagination, now you really need to wake me up.
You're right. Our relationship hasn't been very good in the past, but I can see this changing. Lately, you've started behaving more reasonably and responsibly. You are less self-centered and more aware of our common interest. I just wanted to tell you that I noticed and that I appreciate this little bit of support from you deeply.
Oh, well, I'm really surprised. I don't really know how to respond. Thanks, I guess? It wasn't something I planned, you know? This change you speak of?
Then miracles do happen. As Mother always says, causes aren't important, only consequences matter. So no matter what caused you to change, what's important is that you are maturing, and it is a good thing indeed.
We're maturing so we can kill her mother. Excuse me, mature?
Yes, become an adult. A person who is able to grasp a larger picture, go beyond one's own interests. Also, someone who can sacrifice personal happiness for the greater good of the house, if it is necessary. I don't deny that it can be difficult at times, but we are not children anymore. We must realize how we all depend on Carmosa and support her in any way we can.
I see. Well, it certainly doesn't play well with my idea of maturity, especially that part about supporting Carmosa.
Of course you would say that. Just like you, Mother can be a difficult person to get along with, I admit. But her intentions are good. Think about the way that she's putting all her strength into giving us a good life. And if you still doubt her, try imagining our lives without her.
Don't mind if I do.
How long do you think this house would last with her gone? You must understand she won't be here to care for us forever. And I can't do it alone, Cinders. I need your support.
You're right, you can't do it forever. That's why I will. Well, are we gonna give her our support?
We haven't saved so recently.
Ah, yes. So recently, only half an hour ago.
Guess you're right.
Alright, I see your points. And as much as I hate to accept it, I think I can agree with at least part of what you're saying. Of course, Carmosa means well. It's her house, and we're her daughters after all. At least you are. It's her actions, not her intentions, that I have trouble understanding. But maybe not anymore. Perhaps we're more alike than I've imagined. We're survivors. Doing what's necessary to cope with the situation we've been presented with.
Such insights give you credit, Cinders. They tend to come with age.
If that's true, then Carmosa must be really old, and her sight is completely different than mine. That explains some things which... Maybe she's a victim of harsh circumstances. Maybe she did have to struggle all the time. And yes, maybe I can't really imagine what she went through. But think about the woman she became, a Black Widow, so spiteful that she hurts her own children.
But Cinders!
Please, let me finish, Gloria. With all the pain she suffered, there was a lesson that she... With all that she suffered, there was a lesson there that she missed. Sometimes, being nice to people around you can make all the difference in the world.
There were some words you missed. Anyway.
She has no right whatsoever, to turn our lives into hell, Gloria. And you know it.
She is how she is, Cinders. She is doing her best to manage everything, and it's a great burden. She can be terrible, but only because life can be terrible to her. You surely don't intend to change her now.
Oh yes, no doubt about that. I'm not talking about changing her arachnid nature.
Your favorite.
I'm talking about changing ours. We could certainly use some improvement in our natures, you know.
This picture you're painting in front of my eyes seems pleasant, but also not very realistic. It requires one thing which we do not have, mutual agreement. We will not have that as long as we are not of one mind. That is, as long as Sophia keeps up her silly act.
Gloria, I doubt that it is Sophia who we should be worrying about in this situation. I'm having trouble picturing her opposed to anything that would bring us more freedom from Carmosa. No, Gloria, it's you. You are the unknown in this equation. We can't be sure about your loyalties.
No, this is something I didn't expect. You behaving just like Sophia. It would seem that you have much more in common than meets the eye. You both prefer to spend your time criticizing me rather than trying to contribute.
What? We're not Transformers?
You could be helping me, helping us somehow. How can we understand each other if you do not even try?
Sophia is just a poor, broken creature composed of violent self-pity. A pinnacle achievement of Carmosa's caring upbringing. But all in all, she's exactly that and nothing more. A product of the way this family works. She doesn't just sprout out of the ground inherently bitter, you know. No, you and Carmosa forced her into this mold. You share responsibility for making her the little Miss Sunshine that she is now.
And where are you going with this? Am I to shower her with sentiment from now on? Why should I, considering the way she behaves towards me? Even if she was mistreated in the past, it is no reason to shut herself away from the world and bark at it from within her room like an angry dog. No, she made up her mind. She does not want me around her. I cannot change that even if I think that it is regrettable.
I can't believe this is Gloria the reasonable speaking now. The one who sees beyond her own selfish interests. You do acknowledge the fact that you separated yourself from her in the past. Why not try to force your way back? You can do this, Gloria. You can get your sister back. You just have to swallow your pride and try really hard.
And so you recognize it as well. I am the most reasonable. And I am the only one here that actually does anything to keep up the house.
That might just be a bit of an overstatement, Gloria. Each one of us puts some work into how this place works, for better or worse. We just have different perspectives, and so we give a different kind of input. But
Surely you realize how naive that sounds. It is something one might say to a slow child to spare its feelings. I have tried to help you both understand the importance of Carmosa's rules, and yet I seem to be the only one acknowledging the requirements to keep a proper household. Will nobody ever learn? How long am I supposed to guide you and work alone against the laziness and stupidity of others?
has it ever occurred to you that you might not have all the answers? Because that's the root of the problem right there. You try to be our teacher or a disciplinarian. You have no knowledge that we lack, nor a higher status, and you are not our mother. Stop trying to imitate Hermosa. Is this how you think a sister should act?
How should I know? Do any of you act like one towards me?
Okay. The last time we apologized, and I feel like it didn't work so well. So maybe you should reason with her.
Oh, such debate skills you have. Attacking me as a person clearly proves you are the reasonable and logical one.
I am not the one at fault here.
You are not the only one at fault here. We all are. Reason dictates that all the sides of a conflict contribute to its current state, and so we all did.
Let us assume that is correct. What would you propose then?
Then Sophie and I would have to admit we were wrong to attack you and hinder your efforts to take care of the house.
Oh, so true.
You, on the other hand, would have to admit that you blindly mimicked Carmosa rather than using your own reason and abilities to better take it. Word jumbles. Can't read. You, on the other hand, would have to admit that you blindly mimicked Carmosa rather than using your own reason and abilities to best take care of the house. We all need to change our ways. If things are to improve, blame is not important. Refraining from our old habits and working together is.
That does conjure up a good image. I think I would like such a change. One thing though. Do you really think I mimic Carmosa?
Gloria, would you please stop for a second to think and answer one simple question truthfully?
And what question might that be?
What do you like to do?
I...
And no, I don't mean something that you feel obliged to do, not a chore, necessity, or an assignment. What do you like to do? What makes you happy? What do you do just for yourself and nobody else?
But...
What are your goals? What will you do when Carmosa's not here anymore? What do you want? Where do you want to go? Who do you want to be?
I thought she said one simple question.
That's fine. You don't have to answer me. Just yourself. It may take time and effort, but that is all I meant. I didn't mean to hurt you.
And yet you did.
I'm sorry. But I think someone had to say it, and you needed to hear it. You're not alone. We all have our issues, and we all have it hard. I am simply concerned about you. You seem lost in Carmosa's expectations. Lost long enough to even lose your true self. Was this Kingdom Hearts?
And who should I be?
Sora. That's precisely the question you shouldn't be asking
There's enough
anyone.
people who are Sora, actually.
Apart from yourself, that is. Oh, so she should be Xehanort.
Xehanort is also enough people.
She could use a sister, though. Especially Sophia needs one.
That sounds nice.
We all need to work on sorting out our own problems, and not waste effort taking things out on each other. This is the only way things will work out.
I guess I thought things would work out for the best if I pleased Carmosa. But my efforts never seem to be sufficient. I think you are right, and there is no normal life to be found in that path.
I'm sorry.
Yet it is hard for me to accept everything you are saying, my dear.
That's fine. We have lived this pattern for so long, and we have only started the process of breaking it. It does not come easily. I'm glad we've had a chance to talk, dear sister. Thank you for really listening.
I am glad as well.
So, sisters,
How about friends?
that is a start.
So anyway, there is another reason I came to see you. Take today for yourself. I do not see a use for you in the house, I do not see a use for you in the house, since everything seems to be running smoothly.
Thank you, Gloria. If that's the case, how about take some time off? Don't you want to do something just for fun?
No, I do not think it is wise to leave the house unsupervised. I did hear you, though. It is just... But you go ahead. Your life is not easy, so you have the right to use this time of freedom. I do recognize you as a reasonable adult, capable of making wise decisions about how to go spend your time.
I really, really appreciate that. I think I'll use this time to go out, so...
Cinders, do you think Sophia hates me?
I couldn't say for sure. It is possible, but regardless of whether she does or doesn't, the relationship can be fixed. You know that, don't you?
Thank you, friend, for your honesty, as well as making an attempt to cheer me up. Have a good day.
I just find it funny because in my mind, brother and sister is so much lower a pull than friend. So when she said that's a start, I'm like,
Same. Yes.
like, what kind of dynamic is this? Thinking family is important. Come on, Sophia, quit it already. She was actually quite nice to me, relatively speaking. She even had something to say for a change. I think that this was the first time we actually had a normal conversation.
Conversation with that harpy? About what, I wonder? Was she giving you advice on how to make yourself spineless? Or were you just discussing boys?
I'm Ace, thank you very much. You really shouldn't go there, or someone might think that you're jealous.
Because of your little chat? Please.
Seriously, Sophia, you could really try talking to Gloria someday. Having tea with her without spiking hers with rat poison.
I would never do such a thing. Rat poison is easily traceable.
Sadly, I love Sophia a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I see. I think you've just given me a bit too much information there, Sophia.
Oh, you're such a child sometimes. In case you didn't notice, we're living in the middle of a dangerous and unforgiving forest. This place is packed with wild, bloodthirsty predators. And whether we choose to see them or not, they exist.
What a lovely thought. I'll think about it on my trip through the woods today.
Oh, you're going out again?
I have to eat something first, but yes, I am going out. Why?
Oh, I was just wondering what do you actually do when you go out, considering you have no money or friends to speak of? And noticing how much time those little trips to the town can sometimes take you, I couldn't help but think that, oh, it's silly.
I know that I'm going to regret it, but alright. I'll play along. What were you thinking about?
Excuse me for being so bold, but do you by any chance go to town to work?
To do what?
Oh, you know, to make coin. Independently.
You are incredible.
Thank you, dear sister. Remember that there's no shame in that line of work, Cinders. They say it's the oldest trade in the world.
I am going now.
It must be hard, I know. Apart from the acts, there's still the matter of bribing the guards, finding clients.
If there is someone I need to find, it's people I can talk to who are, dead inside.
You can always speak to inanimate objects in rooms should you fail to find any living soul interested in what you have to say.
Good hell.
I will be praying for you, dearest sister. Go down. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, the band we never met. Gosh dang it!
Hmm?
3 characters. Who voices them all? Fine. I will not press you on this further. You will do as you see fit, like you always do. Until next time, madam. Keep warm and away from those idiots. Farewell, Captain. What happened here exactly? Skip button.
Hip.
Skip!
Skippity-doo-dah, skippity-yay.
That's it, because I didn't think there was anything
Oh my,
here.
it's Tobias today.
Hello there, Mr. Merchant.
Hello, Cinders. What brings you to my humble establishment?
Oh, I was just around the town again. Thought it'd be nice to drop by. No special reason.
I see you're well enjoying your newly found freedom.
Can't deny it.
So, how was your day?
I'm glad you asked. Something strange happened that I need to talk about. That, or I'll start wondering if I dreamt it.
Oh? Did you win the royal lottery?
No, not yet. That's later. Just as improbable. I actually had a conversation with Gloria.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that it? The unreal thing that you talked with your sister? So I presume it was something more than a simple exchange of insults.
To be honest, I'm not sure what it was myself, but it was different. We were both speaking. I think this time she was listening. She also said that I'm free to do what I wish today.
Now that's just awkward. Would you like to get some herbs? I'm sure she must be ill.
I read that first part of get some herbs. I'm like, wait, Tobias wants us to get high? I'm serious, Tobias. It may seem like nothing to you, but believe me, these things, those little things that are probably ordinary in normal families, they don't happen in our house.
Maybe she sees and understands more than you like to give her credit for? With all the blindness that comes from her resentment towards you, she'd have to be a complete fool not to realize that she cannot control you indefinitely.
It sounds manipulative and complex. So there's a large chance that it's exactly what made her or Carmosa give me a day off.
There is also the slight chance of Gloria just trying to be nice to her sister for a change.
Do you think that's even possible?
Oi, boss, sir. You wouldn't happen to have a new task for your old mate now, would you? Gold has a habit of running from me pockets like cats and eight in your last payment. Oh, bollocks.
You.
The pretty bird. Now isn't this a friendly get-together?
If I'm the bird, then what does that make you? You certainly have a way of appearing out of the blue anywhere I go. First in the woods, then in my own house. And now here. You must be the most popular person in the whole kingdom. In any case, you came just in time. In time to answer my questions and answer them fully. And candidly.
Such terrible words come from that pretty mouth. Frankly, Cinders, I'm curious as well. A bit uneasy, but mostly curious.
Oh, it's all very simple, really. 2 days ago, you came to our house to talk with Carmosa. I want to know what was it about.
But I've told you, it's nothing big, lassie. Rumors are me trade, so keep your petticoat on. That's all that was. A little gossip for a little coin.
Everybody knows that Carmosa smiles only when she learns that she can get something for free. Why would she pay you?
Well, Missy sure's curious. So's the old lady. She's even more curious than she is stingy, so she pays generously.
Very good, my friend. You're more clever than I thought, finding out what kind of information interests someone like Carmosa. Actually, knowing her in the first place. Say, you never told how exactly...
Sorry. I'm petting my cat and my finger slipped.
How exactly did you meet Lady Carmosa?
Oh, wait.
That was the end of it.
Okay.
Gossip's me trade, and devil take me if I'm giving anything for free, 'cause some lassie fanned her lashes. That's all, a trade secret. Am I right, boss, sir? She does have a point here, and her question certainly piqued my curiosity. I reckon the little bird picked something up all right. Tell her. Nasty business, mates. Nasty ambush. Thinks I'll just run for the door now and call it a day. It's been swell talking. Not a step. As a law-abiding subject of our prince, I'm obliged to report any crime or mischief I know of to the captain and his guard. I'm sure Perrault would love to get something solid on you, but suspicious behavior and conspiracy will have to do. I'm sure it's enough for a lovely night in the dungeon. I can't believe you'd snitch on your own mate, boss, sir. It's business, nothing personal, friend. ... Fine, I'll tell you. But only the missy here will hear it. Bloody hell, some demon speaks through those red lips. You must take me for a complete fool if you think I'll let her go alone with you so you can flee.
It's all right, Tobias. You won't run. Will you, boss? He knows that would force me to inform the captain, whom I saw just a moment ago, right outside your store.
Yes, missy. Anything you say.
Very well. See, I knew we would come to an agreement sooner or later. Would you like to step outside and tell me everything, my friend?
Yes, missy. Lead on. Are you sure about this, Cinders?
Don't worry. We're all friends here after all. Alright, let's stop here and talk.
Let's stop here and save.
Oh?
Huh?
I said, oh?
Just in case we fail.
Not exactly a hiding place, little middle of the town, eh, love? Sure could use some more privacy.
I'm not going to give you a chance to escape now. And don't try anything stupid. The captain's right on the other side of the street, remember that.
Fine, you little devil. Tell you what I know. Just don't yell if I can't remember all the details. I have short memory, because I keep drinking all of my gold away.
You've heard my question already. What was the message you brought for Carmosa?
That's all there is to it. I swear on me, Auntie's pimples.
What did we do before? I think we
He
said.
had focused on connection with Carmosa or threatened him. I forget which.
Well, we didn't get anything new, so I think we should load and try the other one.
What one?
Threaten.
Not appealing to his morals? You know what? I'm getting really annoyed by this farce. It's irritating, and it makes me wonder about funny things I could do.
Funny things, she says. Funny how?
Call me unconventional, but somehow think watching the guards beating your precious secrets out of you would be quite hilarious. I'm sure you and the guards have a long history of mutual love after all. Or maybe I should go to Carmosa and tell her that you told me everything yourself. Or maybe both.
Little devil's back. You go and do that, love. Watch me vanish like bad vapors from the Queen's loo. I'm a fast runner, had a lot of practice. Heard of the place where people walk upside down. Always wanted to visit them, see if their private parts lie on their bellies when they walk.
Ew? Oh, I expect you to be a runner. But I doubt even the fastest man could dodge the guards if I started shouting right now. I could play the role of the innocent girl mugged by the lowlife whom everybody knows anyway. With a bit of luck, the townsfolk could even lynch you on their own.
You sweet-looking lasses are devils. Stay away from girls with fiery eyes, me auntie used to tell me. But you're not really like that, are you, love? You're like the actors, putting on the masks. You say things, but it's no good. They ain't real. Liar on the face, coward in the gut. You can't stomach your own scheme, lassie.
Why don't you try me, love?
Ha! Don't have to. See, the little bird's already lost her cool. Just don't cry. Lies ain't worth it. Methinks this chat's over, lassie. Told you all I know. No point in milking this cow for more.
I know you're still hiding things from me.
Told you all I could, and that's more than most folk get anyway. You're a lucky little bird. Best I leave you alone now.
Don't you dare to.
Cheers, love.
He's gone, that crook. Why can't I make him spill? Heavens. I even begin to sound like him. Maybe it's for the better. Who am I trying to fool? It's not for the better. I need his knowledge to get leverage I could use with Carmosa, and now it's all gone.
Okay, we'll load. And we'll skip. Should I appeal to morals, or should I just go back to focus on connection with Carmosa?
Well, focus on the connection with Carmosa didn't give us anything.
Yeah. I mean, I figured at the very least I want to go back to that one rather than threaten him. But should I also try this one? I guess I might as well. We already loaded.
This may seem like a whim to you, but it's not. I'm not the lassie you take me for, and I wouldn't be asking you all these questions if it wasn't necessary. Do I look like a spoiled brat to you? Do you think I don't know hardship? That I get what I want with no trouble? For Carmosa, my sisters, I'm no better than a servant. Every single day I'm reminded how little I'm worth, how disposable my life is. This is my only chance to prove them wrong. I must know.
Lassie. Life ain't peachy for either of us, isn't it, love? And all we have is our smarts. The old hag's a real demon. She'd claw me eyeballs out if she knew I told one little bird everything.
You have nothing to fear from me. Carmessa will never know. Why would I want to tell her anything? I need to know how to break free from her clutches, and her secrets are her biggest weakness. I need your help.
Fine. There's one thing. A wee detail. Really nothing.
Trophy unlocked.
Really? Nothing?
Knew this rumor would be worth a lot for the lady, you know? I know her and know what she's like.
So you did work for her before. What did you do?
I might have given her a hand earlier. With the ball, love. So she could get in.
How?
Goose and her ducklings weren't exactly invited. The lady asked me to help them.
Help them how?
Oh, let's just say it required a bit of quality craftsmanship.
You mean you forged invitations for them?
Me? I sure didn't. Me talents knowing folks with talents of their own. Got them invitations from a friend. Reckon the old lady's a bit dim. She thought nobody'd notice she got in with fake papers. But hey, who is me, humble person, to doubt a noble lady and her ways of spending money?
That's how you learned how important the ball was for her. So when you heard about the masquerade, you told her about that as well. As you said, she could get in with fake papers, but she would risk getting recognized. Not so much if it's a masked ball, and that's why this information was worth so much to her.
Hey, see? It's only a wee job, nil. Only natural this bloke forgot all about it, eh?
So this means that she could actually be in deep trouble. Incredible. Commerce's ordered a forgery. This could be my chance.
Oi, lassie, you even listening? Can I go now? A man can only handle so many stressful events in one day, you realize.
This could be my leverage. What? Oh yes, you can do what you wish. You already helped me a lot.
Wow, so the answer is to appeal to his morals after all.
Oh, Carmosa, your secrets really are your greatest weakness. Can you imagine? And Carmosa withheld that minor detail from all of us.
Who would have thought our friend was such an able business person? He sure gets around.
Oh yes, let us concentrate on the attitude of the unimportant guy. The big problem and potential scandal is not going anywhere anyhow.
I'm sorry, Cinders. It's just a big surprise for me, as well as information of some consequence. He is just a vagabond, you see, and everyone recognizes him as one. And I have hired him numerous times, always for some minor and menial tasks, and yet here he is, a sparkling, potential criminal mastermind. Who would have...
Tobias, concentrate. What is the subject of this conversation?
The shady unnamed guy.
Oh, this is hard. Not him then?
Very good. See, you can do it if you try hard enough.
Alright, back to the main point. What do you want to do with this newly acquired information?
I have no idea yet. Do you think this could get Carmosa in the prison?
Is this what you want?
I'm not sure yet. I'm just weighing my options.
Well, in that case, it definitely could be used against her. But would it suffice? I'm not so sure.
Do you think I should try to get her arrested?
You should be the one to make this decision, just as it will be you to experience its consequences. Would you succeed? What would happen to the house if you did? Those are just some of the factors you should take into consideration. Take your time to think it over.
That actually sounds very wise, and not entirely unhelpful. Thank you. I guess I'll go for a walk around the city and think about it.
Sounds like a pleasant idea. Would you like some company?
Thank you, but I think I'll stick to your advice.
Of course. I suppose you deserve some time to yourself to think and discover what you really want. I'm sorry, I did not want to intrude.
By no means. Thank you for your offer. I just want to take a solitary walk. That is all.
Well, if you need any support or just feel like chatting, you know where to find me.
Thank you, Tobias. See you soon. It's astonishing what a simple walk can do to one's spirits. If I'm going to miss the freedom to do something, then above all else, it's going to be the freedom to wander about wherever I please. When I walk with no specific goal, no destination, I just switch off and observe my thoughts jumping into their little drawers with each step. And strolling through the market has its moments too. I saw the most gorgeous shoes. Not that I could ever afford them. They were crazily expensive. I guess that they were imported from the eastern lands, but at that price, they should be made of diamonds and dragon skin. Who buys something like that? I mean, I know I would if I could, but that's beside the point, right? Forget about it. No reason to dwell on such things. I still haven't decided what to do with my newly gained knowledge. Everything about this business screams that I should use it as leverage. I don't know how. Not yet. At least it gives me some space, some secure distance from Carissa. Knowing that I know about one of her precious secrets. It's almost sunset. I should be getting back home. So long, Freedom. It was a pleasure. Hope to see you soon. Maybe you could come and visit sometime. Or at least write. What?
Yes, Frida is going to write a letter to her.
Back to the same old. This feels almost like coming back to prison and out of my own will. The 2 such wonderful days of freedom. It's depressing to know I need to get back to my ordinary life. There, out in the real world, I can meet amazing people, have actual friends. Here, I'm trapped between Carmossa's plots and her poor daughter's bitterness. Sometimes I wonder, what if I were to vanish in the woods? Would anyone notice? Or care?
Skip.
At least I learned some really interesting things today. Interesting and possibly dangerous for Carmossa. Maybe it's going to be my wild card in this game. Sometimes, I wonder if all families are like mine. Broken, conflicted, and utterly unpleasant. Or is it just an ability thing? I'm really tired. It's time to go to bed. Tomorrow morning? Oh, I can't wait. It will be a bliss.
And we should probably stop after this scene that I'm going to skip. Whee!
With not that much left?
Huh?
With not that much left?
What? Yes? We
Nothing.
have been going for 2.5 hours, though, almost.
No? Oh yeah, it has been like 2 something.
I have the counter on OBS. It says it's been 2 hours, 28 minutes, and 53 seconds.
I was like, I thought we started later than that. But I guess
No.
Okay, well, how can I remember when we started so late?
No.
Anyway, save?
Yes. I will save that I got the correct answer for that finally.
Do we just need to appeal to people's morals more often?
Hey, look, a candle. For discovering Carmossa's forgery, you are awarded with the Candle of Wisdom.
Can we discover her death?
Only one left. Besides the
2? There's 2 left.
Okay. But we don't need that one. If we have this one.
Are you sure?
Okay, more accurately. Since we have this one, why poison her when we could get her the legal way?
Because murder.
Murder?
Yes.
Murder!
Should always murder.
Anyway. That was fun.
Now to drown my throat in every liquid known to man.
Wah. No, I actually couldn't hear you.
I said now to drown my throat in every liquid known to man.
Are you enjoying your new roles?
Oh, yes. Having a scene where I almost had to voice 3 people. Actually, no, 4 people. 4!
4?
Because technically, I'm the townswoman, I'm Cinders, I'm Madame Geek,
I think I
and
took
I'm
the
Bro.
townswoman. Oh,
No,
no, you're still the townswoman. It's
Yeah,
okay, I skipped
no.
that part.
I would have almost been every person in that scene.
Okay, and?
Death to voices! For both of us.
It's honestly more even, though, I think.
Yeah,
It's
that's
been
what
more
I'm saying.
even today.
Death to both our voices.
Also, I think you do a better job of of voicing Shady Dude, even if you don't like him.
Oh?
Yeah, you have a good accent for him. I keep mixing up my accents on him.
I just do like a stereotypical, terrible, like, Cockney, I think it is.
Yeah, I keep mixing it with,
Boy, love.
yeah, I keep mixing it into this other weird accent that I'm like, this isn't the right accent, but I can't find it, so oh well. You should take him back.
Oh yes, I should take the terrible Cockney accent back.
Uh-huh.
Because viewers will love the accents.
The funny thing is, when you're complaining that you are almost 4 characters, you only have those 4 characters now.
I know. I was gonna say all my characters, I'm like, that sounds terrible.
Like, technically, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 now, and you have
Yeah.
4. It's
Yeah.
just that I gave you one of the people that talks the most. In fact, you have the one who talks the most because she's MC.
Well, and it also is like, if you do Perot's, we're doing Tobias's, if we did Perot's, Tobias would never talk. Or would hardly ever talk.
Oh, if we were talking to Perot more often?
Yeah, because like we talk to Perot never.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, like I don't think we've said a word to him.
Yes. I assume that's why it didn't give us the option to go to the inn this time. And we confronted him in Tobias's shop.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I don't think I've ever done that.
You've never not talked to Perot?
Yeah. He's my
Well.
favorite.
So like, yeah. If we were doing Perot, it would be weird too.
Then it'd be a lot. But hey, this time we have a friend! Unlike before when it said you don't have any friends.
Well, if we talked to Perot more, we could have friends.
Yeah, but I don't know if we'd have enough time to befriend Tobias at that point. I don't know.
No, we wouldn't. I think we can only befriend one of them.
I think it might be possible to befriend both, but I'm not sure. Or maybe we'll
Anyway.
romance Tobias. I'm not really sure if that's even still an option.
Seduce him?
Huh? Well, considering
first
we
op-
didn't seduce him.
The first option. Seduce him?
No. No. Okay, anyway.
What?
We're done. Goodbye.
Bye. Wednesday?